Sitting beside a large window, Taehyung was looking outside the window. The night view of the Seoul city was very captivating. Lights were shining everywhere, making the view mesmerizing. After coming from hospital, Taehyung was sitting there as today wasn't his night shift. In his one hand there was a brandy which he was sipping occasionally. On the other hand there was a letter which he was reading for the nth time. Dear Taehyung, I don't know how to start this letter. It's just my mind is blank. I don't have the courage to look into your eyes and say these things. To you, I won't be able to bear your gaze over me, so I am writing this letter. You know, a person like me is very weak. Very. We always get defeated by fate. We know there are certain things we should not dream about, but still we do dream about that. My mistake is even bigger. I dare to live that dream. I dare to make that dream a reality. Now I am paying the cost of it. My heart was always weak. Till teenage, I was living with the help of medicine. But from the past year, my heart's condition decreased drastically. I need a heart transplant to survive. But to my dismay, I didn't get one. So I think it's time to say goodbye to all. Cause I don't think suddenly some miracle will happen and I will get a heart. I didn't tell you about my condition. I didn't want you to spend your time with me while worrying about me. I wanted to spend my time with you by feeling your love. I am sorry. I have made promises which I won't be able to fulfill ever. Sorry for giving you false vows, false hopes. But one promise I am willing to keep. The promise to stay with you till my last breath. I will keep this at any cost. Sorry for being selfish and let you get bounded with me. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Don't you dare to give my place in your heart to anyone. I will haunt you, mister, if you do so. I am saying this, it doesn't mean you will spend your rest of your life alone. No, it's not like that. I am not that bad. I am just saying, find a girl who is willing to love you selflessly, who has more time to spend with you, more understanding than I am. Most importantly, who is able to keep her promises unlike me. Then give her a place in your heart which is beside me or above than mine. But do not give her my place. It would hurt me. Please do not forget me. Tell her about me. Fulfill the dream which we have dreamed together with her. This world is full of loneliness. Practically speaking, you need to be with someone to share your happiness, sorrow, pain, everything. So please move on from me. I want you to reminisce our happy moments, not the bitter ones. I want you to have smile on your face when you think about me. Be happy in your life, Taehyung. Be happy. Yours ever. Tears form in Taehyung's eyes. How can I move on from you, Eva? It's been 5 years, but still it's paining. It's like I am stuck on that phase. I wasn't ready to be left out like that. I wasn't. He closed his eyes to hide his tears, but lone tear left his eyes. He was feeling immense pain. It's not physical, it's emotional. From the past 5 years, he was feeling this pain. Pain of loneliness, pain of betrayal by two important ladies of his life. One betrayed him by not telling about her medical condition, and the other betrayed him by tarnishing their friendship, which they vowed to keep pure. He was still stuck on that phase as he was 5 years ago. Separation from the love of his life forever made him miserable. That time he wanted escape from the reality which he was getting by drowning himself in alcohol. But never in his wildest dream he imagined he would sleep with someone who was not his Eva. At least not his best friend, whom he trusted a lot. He knew that night was his responsibility too. Maybe it was a moment of weakness for both of them. He was well aware of her feelings for him. She herself told him about her feelings for him before he came to Seoul for studies. When he told her that he didn't saw her at that way, he was scared that she might break their friendship. But she didn't. She told him she will wait for him to come back during vacations, not as his lover, as his best friend with whom he particularly grew up and shared his secrets. He was so happy because he didn't lose his best friend that time. Years later, when he met Eva, they both fell for each other. After both of them confessed to each other, he was eager to introduce Eva to Wyan. He knew Wyan would be happy to see him happy. He was proven right when Wyan wholeheartedly accepted Eva. Wyan never came between both of them. Even she helped him to propose Eva for wedding. Life was really going well then. He still remembered that day he had accused Wyan that she wanted to snatch Eva's place in his life. He knew his accusation was baseless. Still he told her. He was angry with himself for not being in senses previous night, that he poured his anger on her. After being sober up, he still acted cold towards her. There was two reasons behind that. One, he was angry with her for taking advantage of his drunken state. Two, there was a small possibility he might have forced her. The second possibility was a dagger to his soul. He didn't remember a single bit of that night. He might have forced a decision on her that night. That's why she gave in. He didn't want to discuss that matter to her. What if the small possibility was true? He wasn't ready to hear that from her. This is the reason he didn't went to home for 5 years. His mom that visited him often, he never mentioned her name to them once. His reverie broke when he heard his phone ringing. He looked at the caller and it was from home. Hello? Hello, Taehyung. Her voice was cracking. What happened, Mom? Your dad had severe chest pain. We have admitted him to hospital. Please come. I don't know. I will come by the available flight. After cutting the call, he immediately searched for flights. Then he packed his essentials and headed towards the hometown. By the time he had reached his hometown, it was afternoon. He directly went to hospital where his dad was. As soon as he reached outside the OT, he saw his mother standing there with tear-stained eyes. Then he saw a skinny figure beside her, trying to console her. Mom, what did they say? Hearing him, his mom looked at him and went towards him. They are not telling anything. She hugged him. While hugging his mom, he noticed the skinny figure was Wyan's. Auntie, as Taehyung is here, I think there is no need for me to stay longer. I am going back then. Yes, Wyan, you were here with me since last night. You also need sleep. You go. Take care. Saying this, she went from there. The doctor said his father had a blockage in his heart which can be cured by medicines. After a few days, his father was released from the hospital. Taehyung stayed with his parents to take care of his dad. But never Taehyung and Wyan talked to each other. He was thankful for her helping his parents during his absence, but he never told her that. One day at afternoon, there was raining like cats and dogs. The weather was very gloomy. Taehyung was standing beside his room's window watching the rain. Then his eyes traveled to Wyan's house garden. He saw two ladies there due to heavy rain. It was difficult for him to clearly see who they were. He assumed it was Wyan and his mother. One was trying to take one inside the house, but the farmer was refusing. He saw one seriously snatched her hand from others and sat beside a stone. He assumed it was wine. Her mom was saying something, but she was denying it by shaking her head furiously. Then he saw her mom had enough of it and went from there, leaving her drenched in rain. He carefully examined the place she was sitting. He remembered it was the place they had buried her dog after he passed away. Wine was always sensitive when it comes to her loved ones, whether it's human or pet. Every year on his death anniversary, she stayed at that place remembering him. Taehyung wondered if today was that day. Suddenly he saw she was lying on the ground motionless. He got scared. He immediately went to the garden. Reaching there, he called her several times while patting her cheeks, but he didn't get any response. He picked her up in his arms and carried her inside the house. The door was opened. As soon as he got into the house, he saw her mom sitting on the sofa while holding her head. Taehyung called her, "Auntie." She looked at the source of the voice and her face fell. "What happened to her?" "I don't know, Auntie. I saw her at the garden unconscious. Let's take her to her room first." Her mom nodded and they went to her room. Three of them were drenched in rain. Taehyung placed her on the bed and started to check her pulse rate. I think she fainted as she exhausted herself too much. "I don't know whose evil stare is running my daughter's right. My baby." While crying, she sat beside Ryan and started to stroke her hair. Taehyung glanced at Ryan's face. There was no glow on her face. He noticed half part of a photo in Ryan's face. By seeing the half part, he was able to understand what it was. "Auntie, you changed Ryan's clothes. I am going back home." "Wait, Thea, you are also wait." "It's okay, Auntie. Take care." Having said that, he got up and came out without waiting for a reply. He went to the part of the garden from where he found Ryan. He looked at the place where Ryan was sitting. His breath hitched seeing the place clear.